You ready to rock out with? Hosted by me, Danny Faith.
Welcome to Rock Out With. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you very much for having us.
You're both looking really smart, can I say?
Yeah, we did synchronise outfits just in case.
Yeah. We said blue. It's got to be blue. If it's not blue, then no
blue
can do.
shirts. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could just introduce yourself so everyone knows who you are.
Go on, Mason.
Oh,
let me know. Okay,
gentlemen.
Yeah, go on, mate. You go first.
So I'm Mason. I'm the drummer of the band.
And I'm Greg. I'm the lead singer and rhythm guitarist of the band, the IDKS.
And who's missing?
We are missing Jules on bass. We currently have Luke, who does lead guitar for us, and then we also have like a backup lead guitarist at the moment, Mitchell, who's been stepping in on gigs and stuff. So yeah, it is a 4-piece band, but when you need people, get them in.
Yeah, life gets in the way and you need sessions, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
So you've said in like all your auto bios and stuff that you're a working class band. What does that mean?
So for us, like, I can speak for me. It's sort of like, because this is what I feel comes through in my music. Sort of growing up. I mean, my mum's from Liverpool and my dad's from a council estate in Hackney. Like, we didn't have tons growing up. Like, before I could even start a band, I had to make money. Like, I mean, nowadays music's so expensive. Yeah. So like, we started like mid-20s, like doing music and stuff. And I think it's a part of like who we are. It's a part of music. But I feel like nowadays in the music industry, like, to be successful, like, there's so much money pumped into people, and you can sort of tell from listening to the charts that working class ethic and that working class music just isn't there anymore, like it was in the noughties and the 90s, and when you had like Indie Landslide and all that sort of thing. So I mean, it's a mix of things, obviously, as a class system, but then also I feel like it's a personality, because you could look at people like, I don't know, for instance, Danny Dyer. He's obviously not working class in the sense that he's money wise, but yeah, exactly, yeah, he's absolutely caked, the geezer. But it's like, it's a lifestyle. You understand it, like, you relate to that sort of music, and like the music that we listen to, the music that inspires us, the music that we do. It's all it's all working class, and I feel like that comes across at our gigs, and like, I guess how we talk and how we are, and like, what we sort of do, our daily lives. Yeah.
What about you, Mason?
Yeah, I say Greg put it into a lot better words than I think I can. But yeah, that's it. We just, we're normal guys. Like, we have no egos in the band, which is good. We all work hard in the week and really kind of grab every opportunity to kind of get in the studio and make music. And we appreciate that. We appreciate so much as well the time the boys put in. We all have such busy lives, and trying to make this dream of ours happen has been a real combined effort. So yeah, little thank you to the team there.
Yeah.
So obviously you all do you all work as well? Like, do you all hold down a 9 to 5?
Yeah. So I work in construction. I'm an electrician. So yeah, I say I'm in that field still. Do a bit of M&E stuff now, but still on site. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for all of us, we're all during the week. It's just constantly grafting. We're all working like you said, a 9 to 5, and then it's just music is our just absolute passion. That's where, like, we love it. The amount, I mean, it probably goes into the hundreds, probably thousands. The amount of money we've lost from doing. If you get into music for money, you're insane, because it's just like the money isn't there anymore. It's like you just got to graft your bollocks off, and then, like, in your spare time, when you've got the time, like, we make this happen. We come together, and I think, like, people have said, like, they can come across, like, it comes across in our music and what we do and what we sing about, being working class, working 9 to 5, going to the football, going down to the pub to have a drink and maybe a bit more. But it's like all of that. It's like people can relate to that. It comes across in our music, and then I think that they know that that's what we're about.
So how often are you able to, if you're working like full time, how often do you manage to get together? Do you set a time specifically to do band stuff?
Yeah, so I mean, it gets busy because everyone's on different schedules. Everyone's doing like different jobs and work. You know, it's a bit different for everyone. So we have like a band WhatsApp group, and we always try and aim to do at least like a gig or two a month, and then we practice once a week. So it's doing that, and then obviously if we're recording like a new single or something like that, then obviously it'll change up, and we'll sort things out to work around that. But that's the sort of schedule at the moment, because we're working on promoting our current EP, the Something About You EP. Just chucking that out there. Something About You EP. Yeah, bit of marketing there. We're pushing that. So a lot of things is just going into that at the moment. We've got 2 more singles in our set list that we're planning, that we're currently going to try and push. But so it makes it actually a bit easier at the moment, because we've only got to just play the same set list, and then just promote that while we're doing the work.
Do you ever find yourself whilst you're at work jotting down ideas?
A lot of the time. Yeah, when I'm doing, there's things that will pop into my head when it comes to, because I mean a lot of it, I couldn't believe it when I worked out like the music nowadays, it's like 20% music, 80% marketing. Mm-hmm. So that there'll be if I'd have known getting into it, I don't know if it would have been the same, but yeah, so there's like marketing ideas. There'll be things that I was sitting there and thinking, let's try this, or we'll go to practice. I've got this new song, I'll be listening to this, or something could pop into my head. But the way we write songs and that we perform is a bit different. So we don't really get song ideas or things like that always. Well, I don't in this case, but yeah, it's mainly just the marketing side of things and all that.
Do your workmates come along and like support you? Do they know you're in a band as well, or?
Mason, you can take this one because your workmates have come down a few times.
Unfortunately, yes, they do come along.
It was so funny as well.
I say, we've more recently, to be honest, beforehand, kind of my company's like known I'm in a band, and they were good. I work for a real kind of close knit family firm, so yeah, they are supportive. Like I say, everyone comes from quite far, but we had a gig a little while ago. Greg, you have to remind me where it was now. What the venue was.
Camberley Arms? Camberley Arms?
Yeah, something like that.
I'll have a look what you're talking about.
That rings a bell.
I'll get it for you.
And a few of the team come down, which was nice. But yeah, you do get the banner that comes with it. So I don't know if I want them to come all the time.
Come with it.
Yeah. When the building site lads come down, the banter comes with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Cavendish Arms. That was it. The Cav.
Yeah, a lot of our mates support us though, which is good. A lot of our family do, which is even better. Yeah, that's all we can ask for, really. We like to put on a good show as well. Greg's very good at making sure that happens. So yeah, we do keep the fans coming back in a minute, which is good.
And just because I don't know as well, what does IDK stand for? That's a really wanky question, I know. Explain your band name. But
no, neither do we really, so it's not a worse question. Yeah. We've never quite figured it out, to be fair. We was having this conversation for ages. We signed up for a show. It was near New Cross Inn, and it was our very first, attempt to play live. Literally 2 tracks, I think it was, and obviously we had to submit a name for the band. And
it got
to the point where we were just like, he was like, I don't know, like, what do you think? And the common theme out of everything was, I don't know. And I think Greg was like, look, for now, I'm just going to put us down for the IDKS because none of us know what to call ourselves, and we'll sort it out next week. And that was about 3 years ago. Here we are.
That's pretty much the true story, to be fair. Yeah, it's just that, and it's a bit cringy, but the thing is, like, for me, like, I've been listening to what's his name? Happy Mondays singer.
Oh yeah,
what's his name? Yeah, listening to his autobiography recently, Sean Ryder, and what he said is so true. So like, even though we're the IDKs now, I think eventually once the band takes off and once we're like absolutely smashing it, no one cares what the band name is. It gets a life of its own. It gets its own sort of like personality. Like he was saying, like when they first made the Happy Mondays, they done it, and then for a while it was like, it sounds like a nursery rhyme, or we're like some sort of nursery. But nowadays it's like it's all about debauchery, partying, drugs, and like all the good stuff. So yeah, I don't personally. I don't think the band name for any band matters too much. It's what you make it rather than what the band name is.
And did you know that you share the band name?
Nah, until you pointed it out. Yeah, we did. I didn't have a clue. To be fair, when we was checking it, we did go through Spotify, and I think we saw one other artist who was IDK.
Yeah.
But I think it was too late by that point. But that's why we thought, we'll stick with the IDKs, keep the apostrophe in there, try and keep it different. But yeah, we'll just wait till the lawyers contact us, and then we'll have another chat then.
Yeah, there's just an American blues band out there with the same name. It's just really random. I'm searching for your website. Which, do you have one?
No, we don't. No,
we don't. Okay.
No. Yeah, it's just that. I think it was between the IDKs and One Direction, but we thought the blues band we can take on better, so we went for that instead.
You could have gone Second Direction.
Being associated with them, I don't know. I feel like that's career suicide in this industry. Absolute career suicide.
So with not having a website, is that a conscious choice you chose to make, or?
Yeah, because I mean, at the moment for me, the main focus is pushing out the songs and working on that. I feel like at the moment we're slowly on the rise on Spotify now. Like the numbers are rolling in, which is absolutely amazing for us. But I've got to sort of manage my time and look at where the juice is worth the squeeze, sort of thing. So at the moment, TikTok's helping a lot. Pushing out, getting us on playlists. One thing I'd say for new bands, which no one tells you, and I have no idea why, is get yourself on them playlists. Like, if you can push yourself and get you out on playlists, like the amount of promo companies that have been like pushing towards us and trying to push them numbers up. Like, you can see I'm not going to mention any band names, but other bands where their monthly listeners will fly up and then they'll drop, and it's like you don't need to be doing that. Just get out there, get the real listeners, get the put the work in. Like, I'm putting in 2 hours a night of just hard grafting, making sure that we get them real listeners, so that these people are coming back. You're getting the followers and you're getting authentic listeners. But yeah, it's mainly just focusing on the music at the moment, getting the promotion out there, making sure the Instagram's updated, our Facebook automatically gets updated, which is a dream, and then just keeping the TikTok updated and stuff like that. Once we get a bit bigger and things start getting, I don't know, worth it, then yeah, definitely we'll get a website up. But at the moment, I think it's just better to focus on the things that we can manage and control.
I think more bands are opting out of having a website because, like you said, Instagram and TikTok is where people go now. They're not sitting on the internet like loser here and just trying to find every little detail.
I think because TikTok for us, even I struggle with it, because for me, it's a bit cringy, isn't it? Like when
it's very cringy, but it works.
But yeah, it does. You've got realistically, it's the 2020s, and you've got to be on there. If you're not on there and you're not promoting, then just carry on doing it as a hobby, sort of thing. It just depends on whether you're pushing it, you want to make it or not. And I think that's the whole point of doing that and putting that work in.
Obviously, talking about putting the work in and the promotion side of it, I did come across an article from a few years ago where you kind of stuck up for yourselves, actually, and I would say other bands in the industry, because there is a lot of pay to play out there. Yeah, and I was actually approached by a band the other day asking if they had to pay to come on my podcast. So
yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
How do you deal with promotion companies that are doing that?
Yeah, I mean, first you got to define there's a difference, because you do get. I think it's called. I'm such an amateur in this. I'm still trying to learn the whole way it works and things like that. Because you do get PR, I believe, which is like public relations and stuff, which is legit, and you can get actual legit agencies that will go out there, that will support you, that will do that. Obviously, you need to be doing a lot of investigation and understand who you're going with, speak to other bands, and make sure that you're going to the right people. Don't just jump in there. There are so many. I know exactly what you're talking about with the fake promo companies. They're all over Instagram, all over Twitter, and they're messaging people, we can promise you these streams. Most of them streams are botted, and them streams will go as quickly as they come. And then you get dropped out of the algorithm, don't you? Which is where you need to be, and it's... Yeah, and with the push on Spotify at the moment, because I think it was like Megan Thee Stallion or something like that, there was I think she had like, it was either 3 million. Don't quote me on this because I don't know. This is roughly off the top of my head. It was either like 30 or 3 million botted streams on a new release or album or whatever it was. And because of that, Spotify are now cracking down on that. So anyone who's doing this sort of stuff, soon them numbers are going to disappear. It's going to affect you massively, and there's just no point. If you want real return streams, you need to be contacting and promoting to real people, and that's when you're building your audience.
That's just it, isn't it? A legitimate PR company won't charge you money up front. They'll take a percentage.
Yeah, exactly.
Like how what the band managers did back in the day, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
They're not going to try and be like, pay us this and we'll promise you this, and then just run off with your cash.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many scams at the moment. The thing is, I feel sorry for bands nowadays, though, and things like that, because I know exactly how it is. Like, we're here trying to live our dream, and like, we'll do anything to get to where we want to be, and so I do understand people are paying that money thinking, oh yeah, I can achieve my dream from doing this, but then you've got people who are going to leech off you, so you've just got to make sure, like, if anyone's out there and they want to check, feel free to message our band account, check with us, and if you want us to look into it for you, then we will. Like, we're sweet with that to make sure everyone's okay, because there's a lot of scammers out there, and you've got to make sure that you're on top of your game so that they don't take advantage.
And what about like the music scene in your area? Is that pretty good, or do you find yourselves having to go further afield, which obviously again costs?
Go on, Mason, you can take this one.
Yeah, thank you, Greg. So kind of you. So we do find ourselves travelling a bit. In our area, there doesn't seem to be a ton of music opportunities, to be fair, in what I call the circle of Essex where we're living. But to be honest, I prefer the London scene anyways when it comes to music. Around Camden is kind of our second home at the minute. But all our gigs seem to be around that way, which we're more than happy about. We did do a gig in Soho the other week, which had a really good crowd. So I would like to kind of, get gigging around that area a bit more. Before that, we was travelling a bit further afield to Chelmsford for quite a few gigs, weren't we, Greg?
Colchester.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So we done a few places down there. I just don't really feel like we was kind of getting to the crowds as such. We was doing a lot of kind of pubs and bars, and it was a bit hit and miss. Sometimes you'd be playing to like one or two people. Sometimes it'd just be to yourselves. So we definitely find like travelling into London is the best opportunity to really kind of showcase our guys' talents.
Yeah, definitely. I think with Essex, like especially the side, because I look at it as like there's two sides to Essex. You've got like the South End Chelmsford, like Colchester side, and then you've got like the side that's closer to London, and like this side is just for music promotion and gigs and stuff is just absolutely dead. Like there's nothing. That side, I guess, is more like uni towns and stuff like that out near Colchester and that. So there are gigs, but like Mason was saying, it's so little and far between. I think there's a bit of a, I mean, we haven't ventured out there yet, but I think there's a bit of a scene out in South End, which I do want to try. But yeah, it's weird. Like they're very like pernickety about like who plays there, and they're sort of saying that they're all for Essex bands, but then some people will just be like, oh yeah, like there's no slots. It's like, well, for Essex band, and then you'll see that there's London bands on there and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like there's a mix of that. But yeah, I agree with Mason. Yeah, most of our gigs is London. I think most of us were sort of born in London. Like it comes back to it. Like we can relate to the people there. The crowds there are great. The receptions we get is just incredible. So we're just feeding off that. We love it, and it's just pushing that out and trying to get out to as many people as possible.
Have you ever ventured to the other side of the water into Kent?
Nah, we've not.
We haven't had the invite yet, unfortunately.
That's it, yeah. Get us out there. We will come. Yeah. Get us anywhere, and we'll go there. To be fair, we're not too picky. As long as we've got a free date and we can do it, and we're happy to come along and play. We're building a profile now and working on us. So yeah, we're out here doing everything and anything to work as a band.
So obviously you mentioned your EP, Something About You, which was released last year?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. How has it been perceived so far?
I'd say somewhat. From the stuff that I've seen, from the marketing and stuff like that, I mean, the actual headline title, Something About You, who was I talking to I was literally talking to someone the other day. From everything that we've pushed out, I'm yet to have a bad review on that single, which for me is incredible. In time, we've had a couple. I mean, when we're pushing it out and I'm working on it and I'm doing the marketing for that, I'd say at least probably like, I don't know, 2-3 times a week was getting someone saying, like, someone would have like a varied opinion, like, the vocal might not match the backing, or this could be better, the mix could be better, blah blah blah. The only bad I think not feedback, it was more constructive on Something About You, was the fact that that people were saying about, like, certain things could be done in the mix. The mix isn't done by us, so I feel like we've absolutely smashed it and stuff. So yeah, it's been really good. Like, I'm really loving the feedback at the moment. Like I said, it's growing and growing. The numbers keep going up. We have actually been caught. I noticed the other day, because the massive drop in listeners, we got caught by we must have got caught by like some botting ourselves, which it wasn't me. It must have been picked up on like some playlist or something. But yeah, it's just going from strength to strength. The numbers, you'll see, I reckon within the next 2 weeks, you'll see like 1,000 streams on Something About You. The other, well, you can see on In Time, the numbers keep going up and up and up.
Yeah.
And it's just growing. It's going so well so far, and we can't wait to finish the marketing strategy for this, and then we start working on the next single, which at this rate will probably be out either end of this year, beginning of next.
Do you each have a personal favourite track on the EP, like one that you really love?
Yeah, I do. I like Never Listen, to be fair. I just feel like it's just, I don't know, live. It's so impactful. I can't express how it feels when you're playing it. It's so good. Like, the feeling for me personally is great. But I think the whole band's the same as well. Just so much emotion goes into that track. Would you say, Greg?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think Never Listen and Something About You are absolute bangers. I mean, I'm saying that I wrote Something About You, so I'm very biased. But yeah, for me, it's Something About You. I can remember, like, the first time we were sitting there. So was in one of my downstairs rooms. We're sitting there, and me and the bass player Jules had been like laying down the guitars and doing all that sort of stuff. And Mason had come in because he needed to add like some drum bits on to finish off the track before we sent it off to mix and master. I remember sitting there, and the whole time I'm playing it, I wasn't even looking at the laptop. I'm looking at his face just to see like the reaction. And I thought, oh mate, this guy's gonna have to change his pants in a minute. The solo went off, and it was just insane. It was so good. And like, just from that, I feel like the feeling that brought me, like hearing like my own song be brought to life, and like, I mean, this wasn't the first time we'd been in the recording studio. We'd tried like 2 or 3 times before, and everything was absolutely tragic. So to even come out with something like that at that level was, I think it's like a mix of everything that makes me feel like that's my favourite track.
Did you have to change your pants?
Did you, Mace?
Honey, once.
I'm sure it was twice. On the day he said twice. I'm sure he did.
Greg.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry, man.
People are watching.
Yeah.
So what, obviously you're into the marketing of your singles, but what does the future hold, like the next couple of years?
I'll let Mason go first, because I guess our answers.
I feel like it's the front man moment here. Go on, I'll let you take the stage.
Go on.
One of you answer, that'd be great.
So So what do you think that we're? Oh, I've forgotten the question already now.
What does the future hold in the next couple of years, like for the band wise? Like, are you going to try pushing on the touring side? What about merch? That kind of thing.
So next, I mean, I always try and work in small increments. So next couple of years is like a big aim for me. So in the next couple of years, I'm hoping that we're flying and that we're doing well. Like, the bands we're hitting, like, in the next couple of years, let's say, if we're saying couple of years, 2 years, I don't know, but I want to be at least entering like mainline festivals and stuff like that on like entry level, and pushing for that sort of stuff. At the moment, it's just working at our little incremented goals that we keep working on. So it's like getting the numbers up, getting them showing on Spotify, releasing the whole set list, working on that. Then it'll be promoting and releasing more tracks just to keep getting them promoted. And then from there, it's just like looking at the next steps, more gigs, boosted the TikTok, getting the numbers up there. And it's just like I said. For me, it just feels like it's 80% marketing, and that's where my head's at the moment. It's so hard. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know I say all this and I talk about the marketing, but realistically, the passion is in the music for us. Like going out and playing them gigs, and I genuinely. I mean, the way the numbers are going, it will definitely change. But I genuinely don't care if I play in front of 5 people or I play in front of 50,000. Like, it's just. That's just what I love. So it's going to be just gigging, growing, and then eventually be the biggest band in the UK.
So obviously with TikTok, are you going to get your dancing shoes on and do the viral Deadpool dance?
We'll leave that one to Jules, shall we?
Yeah, could you imagine him up there doing that? Yeah, I'll superimpose his head on my body, and then I'll do it, and then. It's not as bad, but no, I can't bring myself to do anything like that. We'll definitely do like promotion, like videos if we talk about stuff, but yeah, it's just for us. It's just straight up music, going out, having a good time, and just doing what we love, like what everyone loves. That's what we're all about, really.
So no dancing.
No dancing, not a chance. Well, to be
Maybe
fair,
after
after the gig, feel free. You'll see us do maybe do more than dancing, but you know.
There you go. At the next gig, everyone buying beers.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, get us on it, and you'll see everything.
So when is do you have any shows coming up booked, or when is the next show?
Yeah, we do. The next gig is at the Gunners, the 24th of August. Free entry. The tickets to that are on our Instagram. We've got like a link tree in that, so completely free. All you got to do is just put your name down on the guest list. In previous gigs and stuff like that, things have sold out quickly before. So if anyone does want to jump on it and get on it, I'd advise to do it quickly because they're free. It's going to sell out fast. And I think
and they can only let so many people in.
That's the thing. So you'll have to it'll be a good night, a very good night.
What about festivals? You mentioned that. Do you have one that you would absolutely love to play that you'd think you'd really fit in?
Yes, and especially because I saw this thing from do you know Paddy Pimblett is Paddy the Baddie, the MMA fighter. So I saw this thing where he was messaging Dana White on Twitter, and I remember I posted a tweet from our Twitter account, I can't remember how many years ago it was, to Community Festival saying we're going to play your festival one day. So just to have that and be able to retweet that tweet of us and then being able to play Community Festival, I love that festival. I remember I think this was before COVID, like every single year me and my friends would go down there every summer, go see our bands like The Hunter, who else was down there? Yes.
Give Me a Six have been there, Two Door Cinema Club, I've seen
Wombats.
Great acts there over the years.
Yeah, the Academics, Blocks. Yeah, there's been some unreal bands down there, some unreal artists. Seagulls, love the Seagulls as well. They're banging it at the moment. So it's just, I think that would be one where if we get on there and we play it, then that'll be a nice full circle for us.
Yeah. Do all of you agree with that, or is that just like your personal one? Is the rest of you got one you'd love to play?
I think that's the one that stands out the most. Just of having like chats over a beer, in the past. Like we all kind of we have dropped that in there. It's funny, really. Like I actually think that my favourite festival of the last couple of years was Alt London. It was a weird one. It kind of pops up out of nowhere. This festival, and because it was COVID, a lot of acts dropped out. But still, I just had the best day there, and I just thought to myself, like, I'd love for IDKS to be in there because there's no kind of set genre, There was like kind of rap and rock and metal. And it was just such a crazy blend, and I was like, that's what we're about. We don't really feel like we have a particular genre. Yeah, and our songs differ so much. Maybe not so much the songs we've released, but ones that we work on and we play live. So I feel like we'd be at home there as well.
Yeah.
What about something like, obviously you said you like playing around Camden, what about something like trying to get on the Camden Rocks?
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely love to be on that. I think I've applied for it a few times, and not heard back. But it's one of them. It's playing the game, isn't it? You just apply for everything and just hope someone comes back. So
You've got to be on the borderline of pesting them, I think.
Yeah, yeah, but not too much. But you've got to be like on at them. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. But it's it's one of them. I don't blame them at all, because it's like I can imagine the amount of like artists and bands and stuff that are constantly messaging them. So they've only got a certain few to select. But yeah, no, we do love it around Camden. It's very vibrant. The people there are great, and it's a great scene to be playing in at the moment.
It's never really died over there, has it?
Yeah, I agree.
No one will let it die over there either. Like,
yeah,
I think there's good community behind it. It's like there's just a one safe haven of music, isn't it? Really, it seems like everywhere you go, you can hear music playing. Or there's not one in a 2-minute walk to a pub that's going to have a band playing later on, which is just great.
If you don't like one, you can leave and go to the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You'll find us in a good mixer if all else fails.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Mate, we love the good mixer. To be fair though, I feel like we've got like I don't want to say spiritual connection, but it feels like it, because obviously Blur are from Essex, and they used to always go down the good mixer. That was their pub. So to be a band from Essex and always play down the good mixer, it just feels right for us.
Yeah.
So that's why we're there a lot, I guess.
All right, so I have one question that I ask everybody the first time they're on here. I didn't put it in the pre-questions I sent you, because it is supposed to put you on the spot, because I'm evil.
Nice. I like it.
It's what inspired the name of the podcast. So it's dead or alive, who would you most like to rock out with?
I already know this is an easy question for me. Go on, Mace.
Go on.
First.
Oh, so tight. Probably Bring Me the Horizon, to be fair. Yeah. I actually love them. I've seen them like 3 or 4 times now. They are just like, I can't even just say one, because I can't even just say Ollie, because the whole band just absolutely like smash it, and they're nothing without each other. What about you, Greg?
Oh, mine is so basic, bitch, right? But it's gonna be quite specific though. So it's me playing one of my songs, but Noel Gallagher plays lead for me, and he writes lead on the track. And then, like, I know it's the typical, he's in an indie band, he loves Oasis, but like, yeah, just like everything, like, even down from how I learned to write songs was like through him and like similar artists. So yeah, it would definitely, like, without a shadow, Dead or Alive. Oh, but Freddie Mercury though.
You can only pick one.
Oh,
said it now.
Yeah, no, it would. I'd say if I could rock out, yeah, definitely be me playing rhythm and singing, then having Noel on lead. That'd be naughty for me. I think that's where it'd be.
Like, I've cheated on that answer, haven't I? So I'm supposed to be
a whole band. Yeah, who's your one person? I thought you was going to go Travis Barker. You know?
No, well, we can't have 2 drummers just smashing out. It'd be a lot of noise, wouldn't it? But maybe if it was one person, maybe Machine Gun Kelly. To be fair. Rook's actually injured at the minute, so they need a drummer. If he's listening, I'm available.
That's unreal.
But yeah, be nothing on Rook. Bloody hell.
So obviously you're on Instagram and TikTok. Is there any other socials that you're on that you can link to?
It's just, to be fair, I've tried to keep it the same on everything, so it's at IDKS _ and yeah, we're on Instagram. Facebook, it'll be the IDKs. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and then our main streaming platform is Spotify. So yeah, you can catch us on there. But our links to Spotify are in our Instagram, so if people are on there, they'll be able to click through and have a listen.
I love how everyone just calls it Twitter still.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh sorry, X. Yeah, cool. Yeah, since old Elon's taken it over.
No one is calling it X.
Nah, what's the point? Yeah, it's just so much easier, isn't it? So, but yeah, we're there.
Right, and any final things you want to say, like that you want to just get out there so everyone knows?
No, I think we've said everything really. For me, it's just like, we've got a gig on the 24th of August at the Gunners. We've got subsequential gigs, but we always put them in our link tree, which can be found on our Instagram. So if you want to see anything there, if you want to listen to our music, we're on Spotify. We are on other platforms as well. So if you've got like Amazon Music, Apple Music, anything like that, have a listen. And yeah, just give us a follow. it's early in our journey. We are on the climb. So if you start joining with us now, then you're going to be with us when we start getting massive. So get involved.
When they start having Machine Gun Kelly and Noel Gallagher on you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Boys, when Machine Gun Kelly and Noel Gallagher are supporting us, then they've been there since the start. They can say that.
All right, well, brilliant. Thank you for coming on and chatting to me.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
I'll let you get back to whatever it was you're doing. You're at a party, aren't you?
Yeah, for a 40th birthday party, yeah.
No
hence the unusual smart attire.
The Tory attire. he's voting blues next, isn't he? Look at him. Typical Tory outfit. Oh, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Well, enjoy having and have a good night.
You too. Take
Cheers.
care.
Thanks, Ellie. Have a good one.
See ya.
Chill out.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.